Shalom, shalom. We Hebrew Israelites coming at y'all with another sit-down video through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. I'm Brother Khan Hawashai, and this is the Brother Zechariah. We the set of the JESHURUN Lions in Chicago, and we're going to go over the commandments through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. So with that, get the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14. Because it's very important to keep these commandments, because, you know, the Bible tells you in the book of Judges that we will rehearse the righteous acts through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. So we rehearsing. That's what it's all about, rehearsing the righteous acts so we can get it right, so we can make it into the kingdom, you know. Get that out.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14.
Kind.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Right, so blessed are they that do his commandments. Keep going.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
So the tree of life is everlasting life, man, through the spirit, man. Because we don't want to die here in America. This is Babylon. This is the land of our captivity. Keep going.
And may enter in through the gates into the city.
That's right, and that's the new kingdom right there.
For without are dogs.
So for without the commandments are dogs, man.
And sorcerers.
Kind.
And warmongers. And murderers. And idolaters.
Right.
And whosoever loveth and make it a lie.
Right, so people who lie, cheat, steal, scorners, you know what I'm saying? People that just try to talk about the word, you know what I'm saying? So without, those are the people, man, without the commandments. So now we're going to go to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verses 1, and I'm going to read. You can get the scripture too. It's saying, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. It say, and Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord, Yahweh thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So if you worship money, you know what I'm saying, that's an idol, you know what I'm saying? And the Most High said you should have no other God before you, even though we know that money sustained us throughout this captivity. But you're not supposed to idolize money. You're not supposed to idolize anything. You're not supposed to turn anything into a god, you know what I'm saying? So, it say, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of the commandments, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible, you know. So we're going to jump through just to get some commandments, just to speed it up. Get Exodus 20, verses 7.
Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 7.
God.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Right, so don't take the name of the Lord in vain. That's why the Bible will tell you that the name of the Lord is a strong tower, man. You're supposed to use that name when you you know what I'm saying, going through temptation. You know what I'm saying, to be delivered, you know. Keep going.
For the Lord will not hold him guiltless, that taketh his name in vain.
Right, keep going.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right, so remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. And the Sabbath is Saturday, you know what I'm saying? That's when the Sabbath come in, you know what I'm saying, on the Saturday, because Saturday is the seventh day, man. You know? Read that again.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right, so remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Now we're going to fast forward to get some more commandments. Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 23. I believe it's 23. So, yeah, come. 23 verse 1.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Right, so speak unto the children of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American Indians, of Negro and Indian descent.
and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy
Convocations.
Even those are even those are my feasts.
Right, so even these are my feasts. Right?
Yeah, even these are my feasts.
God. 6 days shall
work be done, but the Sabbath day is the Sabbath of rest.
And that's the 7th day, man.
A holy convocation, ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
That's right, that's right.
These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their season. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Right, so that's the Passover. We did that, you know what I'm saying? We observed the Passover, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to be in tune with our Lord, our God, you know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread.
Right, so we did that too. The feast of unleavened bread is where you don't eat leaven. You know what I'm saying? You can't have leaven in any products. You know what I'm saying? Not in your beer. You can't drink beer. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat bread that have leaven. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. You know, for 7 days. You know.
Unto the Lord, 7 days you must eat unleavened bread.
That's right.
And the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no survey work therein.
That's right. So ye shall do no servile work therein. So that's it. Those are commandments right there. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to go to some more commandments. Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29.
Chapter 19, verse what?
29.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 29.
Come.
Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Right, so do not prostitute thy daughters, come.
To cause her to be a whore.
So being a pimp is actually a sin according to the Bible. Bishop Magic Don Juan, you know what I'm saying? All these pimps, you know what I'm saying? You prostituting your daughters or your people, you know, you going off, man. The Most High could destroy you for that. Read that from the top again.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. Lest the land fall to whoredom.
Right, come.
And the land become full of wickedness.
Right, and that's what's going on in America, man. So that's a commandment that our people are not following, man. You know, wait, so go back and get Leviticus 20, verse 13.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13.
Come.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Right, so being a homosexual, that's a sin too, man. You know, it's hard as it seems, but it's going off, man. Because the Most High told us to be fruitful and multiply. Hold that and get Exodus chapter 1, verse 7. Yeah, hold what you got right there, Baba Kushad. You get Exodus chapter 1, verse 7, because the reason why the Lord said if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed abomination, because there's nothing fruitful coming out of two men being together, man, or two women being together, you know? Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 7.
Come.
And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly.
Right, come.
And multiplied.
So we multiplied. When you multiply, it become more of you, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black people, a lot of Latino people, a lot of Mexican people, a lot of Puerto Rican people. That's what the Lord wanted, man. He didn't want us to be faggots, man, and then decrease, because we decrease, that's stopping the earth population, the earth cycle, you know? So we were fruitful and we multiplied, man. So hold that, get Leviticus, let me see what I want. Get Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. In the book of Leviticus chapter 11, verses 7.
The book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7.
Come.
And the swine he divided the hoof.
Right, the hoof.
And he covered for it.
Come.
Yet he chewed not the cud.
Right, so he don't chew the cud. Keep going.
He is unclean to you.
Right, so the pig is the swine. He's unclean to us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, because he don't chew the cud properly. Keep going.
Or the fish shall ye not eat.
Hold on, Salakia. Read from 8.
Yeah.
Of their flesh.
Of their flesh, Salakia. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
Right, come.
They are unclean to you.
Right, so they are unclean to you. This is 9. Say, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in their rivers, them shall ye eat. So anything with fins and scales we can eat. But if you don't have fins and scales, then we cannot eat it. You know what I'm saying? You have clean fish and you have fish that's not clean. You know what I'm saying? So going back to Leviticus chapter, let's get to the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37. Because we got to keep these laws, Israel. That's what we're going to be saved off of the laws. Leviticus chapter 15, verse 37.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37.
God.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Right, so speak unto the children of Israel.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments.
That's right. So brothers fringed up, you know what I'm saying? Whether we got them on our t-shirts or our garments or our jackets or sweaters, man. We keeping them laws, man. To the best of our ability. Keep going.
Throughout their generations. And that they put upon the fringe of the border of a ribbon of blue.
Right, so and that's what we got. You see brothers with the fringes, and they got the ribbon, you know what I'm saying, going across the fringe, man. That represents all the commandments, man. It tells you that. Read 39, because it's going to tell you why the Most High told us to wear it.
Verse 39.
Come.
And it shall be upon you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments.
Right, so that's when you see it, when you touch it, you're gonna be like, okay, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we gotta keep these commandments, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. You know? So get Judges chapter 5, verse 11. You gotta call him to read it.
Judges chapter 5, verse 11.
Come.
They that are delivered from the noises of arches.
That's right.
In the place of dwelling water.
At the place of drawing waters. There shall they
rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
That's right.
Even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his village in Israel.
Right, so that's what we doing. You got brothers that's in Israel keeping the commandments, man. And we, on the outskirts of Israel, us being on this side of the earth, we keeping the commandments because we found out that we are the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I hope this video was edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Peace, power, safety to the nation of Israel, and continue to keep them commandments to the best of your ability. With that, we like to say shalom.
Shalom.